So the attitude has to be die when you die, because discipline is everything when you do it every time. Now perhaps this is going to be an episode on Sup with Bro, right? And the idea is based on something that is recurring, a recurring theme, something that we see every day when we're scrolling. So long story short, life advice, business advice, relationship advice, 10 things you need to do pre and post interview, 10 things you need to do to land a job, 10 things you need to do to be a success. There's always a list. Always a list. But in other news, we have something else to talk about. Yeah? Your contingency. Your backup. So perhaps that's another thing I'm going to expand upon in an episode of Sup with Bro, where we'll talk about dummy accounts, or I would call it a draft account. Yeah, something that I've been doing a little bit on a certain platform, and it's like, look at that. Just in case I run out of space, what if you don't have OneDrive? What if you don't have Google Drive? What if you don't have the money to pay for these wonderful things to give you 6 terabytes of storage, or 8 or 10 or whatever it is? What if you don't have that? What can you do in the event that you don't have these platforms to use? So yes, it's a good idea for you to have a page that you're not necessarily pushing for it to be the success that you want it to be, but then it serves as, hold on, give me a second. So yes, you're going to want that because it will serve you very well when you're in a situation where, let's say, for example, let's say your main pages get terminated for whatever reason. You have something where you salvage the lot of your videos because you've already had a place where you've been doing your due diligence by creating that little fail safe. Alright, yeah, now that's a Batman reference, You come up with a fail safe. That's what it is. So anyhow, a fail safe account. So yes, it could be a draft account, a fail safe account. What's the idea? The idea is that anything can happen. And also, it's a way for you to, I guess, scan through, your best of some of the work that you're like, not really post that. Or you're like, this is a good one. Why didn't I post this yet? So that way, instead of you worrying about, creator burnout or whatever you want to call it, you look and you go, but I did all of these. So that way you don't run into this spell of, I didn't do this, I didn't record today, what am I going to do? This way you always have content in the lineup. You always have it. It's backed up somewhere. So that's the idea. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Sorry, I forgot to do this. Forgot to do that. So if I did not fully elaborate in this episode of the attitude has to be die when you die, because discipline is everything when you do it every time, I will do it on an episode of Sup with Bro, a slightly unprofessional presentation with Bossman rambling on. And one will be like this, the 9x16, the other will be 16x9. Yeah. So right now I'm just killing time. So there are 2 things that I have in mind. One, the dummy account or the backup account. Whatever. Some people say, oh, this is my backup page. And that's smart of them because they know the possibility of them losing one of their main pages. Something like that happened to me before, and I didn't have that in place. And when you don't have it in place, it's like, you know, contingency, right? It's like when you're playing chess and you decide to push A2 to A3 or H2 to H3. And I kind of just did that the wrong way. A2 to A3 is over this side and H2 to H3 is over this side. Anyway, you push those pawns because you don't want knights and bishops to take residence in those places. So you block them from early. But sometimes, you know, somebody might use that against you. But anyway, the dummy page or the dummy account or the fail-safe account or the draft account. It's good to have one of those. But also, well, yes. So, we have to remember the meaning of pi. Perspective is everything, right? And what that means is that, you know, you have to know how to give yourself more time. So I'm running out of time because let's say I want to get out here by 10:30. It's 10:20 now. What am I gonna do? Well, try not to rush. Because when you rush, you're bound to make a mistake. You're going to leave something. So yeah. So just consider that whenever you're doing anything, regardless of what it is, whether it be professional, academic, corporate, whatever it is, don't rush. Because rushing will not help the situation at all. Like me, like let's say I try to rush this content right now. Problem. That's why you wake up early, so you can take your time. You wake up early so that you don't have to be rushing. So you don't have to, because you imagine you need to get somewhere for 9 o'clock and you leave your house 8:30. Yeah, you're going to have to move like the flash. But if you left, let's say from, I don't know, 6:30, as ridiculous as that is, when you reach there earlier, now you can relax. So there's a gift of giving yourself time by waking up early. You give yourself time to relax. Time to say, okay, let me play a classical game as opposed to a rapid game or a blitz game or a bullet game. Those games, the minute you start getting low on time, you just start pushing. And that again is another chess analogy, you see. So you saw you know what, let me use the board. Yeah, about that. Now I have to be careful about the way I hold this, right? Yeah, see that? Yeah, so you have to hold it at an angle there. Yeah, so yeah, before I used an analogy with the Rubik's Cube, and now we use the analogy with the coordinates, the white and black squares, yeah? Yeah. So yes, the more you rush the game, the quicker you will be to make mistakes. So again, try and remember, waking up early, give yourself more time, because again, the attitude has to be, die when you die, because discipline is everything when you do it every time.